This question right here was asked in an AQA exam for a total of 7 marks. Me personally, I would have just merged it into one big question, but you know, it's GCSE, innit? So, what does part A say? Algebraic fractions show that this fraction, when added together, simplifies to this for a cheeky 2 marks. Well, nice and simple. It's just like adding basic fractions together. So, if we were to do an easier example, say I gave you guys 1/3 plus, I don't know, 2/5. There's different ways you can think of it. You can multiply these together. Well, I call this the kiss and smile method, isn't it? So you do this times this, which is 5, plus this times this, which is 6, divided by this times this, which is 15. So you very quickly get 11 over 15, all right? So we can basically apply that principle here, all right? Now, it's not always going to work. So I'll show you guys like a couple of things you can do here. I'll show you the method I prefer to think about, especially the one I teach to my GCSE students. So yeah, you can do this times this. Now the mistake students make here is they just write 4x minus 1. Okay guys, you're multiplying 4 by this whole denominator. So I recommend is you put a bracket, so you don't forget. Plus, then we're doing 2 times x, which is 2x, divided by these two multiplied together, which is x lots of x minus 1. And then we expand and simplify. Okay, so we get 4x minus 4, then we get plus 2x, and that simplifies to our answer. But this method, this kiss and smile method, doesn't always work. Okay, and you're going to be left sometimes with expressions which are really hard to simplify. Okay, so the best way to think about this is if we have 4 over x plus 2 over x minus 1, and we want to bring these fractions together, the first thing we do is protect, meaning put brackets where they are necessary. And then we just draw one large fraction line, and we're trying to find a common denominator. Now with algebraic fractions, you basically want to take one of every unique denominator, which in this case is x and x minus 1. Okay, then you look at this first fraction, you say, okay, the denominator is x, but I want it to be this. What's missing is x minus 1. So we're going to times top and bottom by x minus 1. So we're left with that 4 lots of x minus 1. And this one, it already has the x minus 1, so it's missing x. So we'd have to times top and bottom by x. Okay? Then we expand, like I did before, 4x minus 4 plus 2x. And we get our answer of 6x minus 4 over x minus 1. Now the reason this is important is because if I gave you guys a question like this, if I told you to add these together, maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. If you were to bring that into one denominator, doing the kiss and smile method is going to leave you in a lot of trouble. Okay? Even if I start adding these kind of things in there, it just becomes a complete mess. Alright? So, I mean, I asked you 1 over x minus 1, 2 over x minus 1 squared. You guys can still answer that question in the comments if you are interested. All right, let's go to part B, which is to solve this equals 3. Well, obviously this from part A we can rewrite as what we did before. So I'm going to merge part A and B now. And I'm just going to go ahead and solve this equals 3. Okay, now we're solving with algebraic fractions. The key word is fractions. When we solve, we do not like fractions. What do fractions mean? They mean division. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this division by doing the opposite of dividing, which is multiplying. The first thing I'm going to do is protect anything that needs it, and I'm going to multiply both sides by that denominator, x lots of x minus 1, and then times by x lots of x minus 1. Dividing by x minus 1 is the opposite of timesing by x minus 1, so we're left with 6x minus 4 is 3 lots of x, x minus 1. And now we need to expand. So we get 6x minus 4 is 3x squared, and then minus 3x. We're then going to move everything to the side of the positive 3x squared. A positive 6x on the left is going to be a negative 6x on the right. A minus 4 on the left is going to become a plus 4 on the right. So left with 0 is 3x squared. Minus 3 minus 6 is minus 9x. And then we have plus 4. Now if you look at the question, give your answer to 3 significant figures. So the next thing we're going to have to do, what I think is the easiest way to do this, is the quadratic formula. Okay, this is going to be a calculator question. So the quadratic formula is the negative of b. So here's your a, here's your b, here's your c. So negative of b, the negative of minus 9 just means change the sign on it, is 9 plus or minus root. Then b squared, so we're going to square this. And it doesn't actually matter if you write plus or minus. Minus 4. A, which is 3. C. Yeah, b squared minus 4ac. All over 2a. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to show you guys is a bit of exam technique. In GCSE mark schemes, they give you a separate mark a lot of the time for what's inside the root. They particularly like to do that for Edexcel. So I'm just going to type in what's inside the root first, which is 33. So we get x is 9 plus or minus root 33 all over 6. And then we're going to round that. Okay, so we're going to type in 9 plus root 33 over 6 first, which is about, to 3SF, 2.46. And then just changing the numerator to a minus, we get 0. Okay, so we have to be careful. 0.54257. The first 0 is not a significant figure. Okay, so we're going to get 0.54. Then we need another number. The 5 rounds of 2 up to 3. And that is your complete answer for 7 marks in total. So guys, if you learned something today, hit the like button. If you want more algebraic fractions, let me know. You can also head to my Lungang Reddit page to submit your own questions. Subscribe for more content like this. And if you want to join my GCSE classes, links in the description. I'm also running Easter revision courses if you're also interested. See you in the next video. Nice.